And this episode of GameByte would like you to have 10% off of Jinx.com. Yes, when you head on over to Jinx.com, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 to save yourself 10% off of all your purchases, everything in your shopping cart. Use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366. Alright, save yourself 10%. My camera's kind of bright right now. I'm going to lower that. I'm going to lower that as I'm talking because I can. Technical stuff. There we go. Yes, I'm not as bright anymore. I am a little dumber.
Don't you have like a lamp in the back? No.
I have a lamp in the back. I have a lamp in the front. I have a lamp from side to side. All right, welcome everyone to GameByte. Yes, the weekly podcast where you get a laid-back take, a lighthearted take, a kicker of a take on today's gaming news, views, and so much more. I am your host. I am the low-cost cosplay version of Harold Silvestre, and I will be your host for today. That is me. That's why I'm here right now. And with me today, aside from a recurring, very special guest, I've got my co-hosts. All right, I got my co-hosts here. Let's get to them, shall we? Let's get to our resident Hearthstone tavern keeper. Yes, he's welcoming you into his inn. It's former child star Mick the Guzman. How you doing, Mick?
Hi. Hey everyone. Hey to the special guest. Of course, Diego, I missed you. Though I did see you last week, I think. Did we see each other last week? Was he there, Harold, last week? I don't remember.
Yeah, I was here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the BlizzCon review. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody in chat. Hope you enjoy our episode for today because we got a lot of stuff.
Yes, we do.
And so, in the other side of the spectrum... Oh, no, I'm just playing.
That's my line. And
yeah, you insulted me.
And it's rude.
Spectrum. Oh, boy.
All right. We've got the Overwatch version of Jack Black.
what?
Pause for effect. It's Instant DZ himself. It's Diego Zuwaga. How you doing, DZ?
I'm doing great. You know, just farming my... Oh, my God. Dare I say it?
Do you
Scouring
want to be
the
the
deserts.
pet?
Scouring the deserts of Morok and Frontera. But I'll get to that later. Yeah, I'm great, guys. Glad to be back. Oh, my God. I needed this show. I have a feeling this is going to be a great show, especially with our guest here. This is gonna. I hope another meme is spawned from this session.
I mean, why not, right?
Lesser console.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I'm great to be back. But you know, I want to welcome everyone to our special guest. Harold, take us away and do the intro. to do the segue better than I could ever do it.
No, DZ, don't say that. You're fine. Oh, why is the intro playing again? Damn it. Yeah, it's fine, Diego. Don't worry about it. You do it well. It's just you tend to say that they're from a spectrum, and that's not really what we're trying to do.
You don't
on
use
show.
Spectrum, man. You don't use Spectrum.
Yeah,
All right, this man has done this in the past. He literally will work for games if you let him. He's our recurring guest, starting this episode 74. It's the one and only Martin Patino. How you doing, Martin?
Hey guys, thanks for having me back.
Oh, your fans are glad.
Please let me work for games I want or Steam.
He's trying to hit the 1,000 mark.
The man with the deepest Steam library ever.
When the winter sale's coming, I need to.
Winter sale's coming up soon.
Oh my word! I
Please,
mean,
Gaben.
it is a worthy cause, ladies and gentlemen. If you wanna get more reviews, or if you just want to let him work for more games, just hit him up, guys. All the social media that he owns or that you can reach him out from will be flashing under his name as we go on. And if you're listening to the audio only version, it's will work for games. That's the number 4.net. You could also reach him on Facebook with the same spelling. Will work for games. Also on Twitter and on Twitch. So just message him, guys. Message him. He will do it for you and for games.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to GameByte. This is episode 74. All right, episode 74, and what better way to start an episode of GameByte than how we always do it? So everyone in the chat, let us know what you've been playing because we want to know. All right, let us know what you've been playing. And as I ask the round table or the square table what they've been playing, just type it up. Oh, and a huge shout out to my guildmate and raid teammate Fen in the chat. Hey, Fen. Fen's our DPS warrior and resident alcoholic. He's played
Fine
pretty
choice.
much every class in our raid.
Fine.
A fine choice, just every
Warrior.
class.
Fine choice. Sir.
I mean, he's a warrior now. We'll see we'll see where he is by next week.
He might just change in the next patch, in the next big patch.
Oh, and yeah, he's saying I should be bragging about my ahead of the curve, which I'll get to later on. But thank you for reminding me, Fen. We did get our raid team did get ahead of the curve.
Somebody got
yes,
it.
but
Nice.
enough about me.
Congratulations.
We'll talk about me later. This is what this entire show is about. It's all about me. All right, it's not about video game news. It's about Harold Sylvester. All right, let's. Oh, and Monster plays. Oh, DZ, she subbed. She gave us a sub.
Human Panda gifted
I like-
tier
I like
1
how-
sub.
I like how Harold.
Good job, brother.
That's
This
what
is
they get.
six for the 6 subs. Damn, that's a
Oh my
record.
gosh,
Man.
it's
Yeah,
Panda
Human
again.
Again.
Gosh dang it.
Good
Why
job,
doesn't
dude.
Streamlabs
Wow,
show?
You are such a.
So here's the thing. Why doesn't Streamlabs show who is gifting it? Which is my question. And why doesn't it show on our leaderboard? Because Human Panda is like way ahead of Miko P at this point.
We can make a special board for the gifted subs.
I
Or
should,
the
probably,
gifter.
do it on
gifter.
Notepad.
They can
I
track
should
it.
probably message Miko P then.
I'll just do it on Notepad and just show it on screen later.
And fan sign it on the
Yeah,
screen.
gifted.
Yeah.
Actually, I could just fan sign.
Just
Okay.
tape it to your wall behind you.
Okay,
Oh,
DZ.
yeah, he could do that.
Yes, sir.
Read out who is messaging what they've been playing in chat while I make the fan sign, and then
Okay.
after that, let us know what you've been playing.
Okay, we're all right. So I think that this is where I start. All right, so OMG Louis. I think it's the first one to say what he's been playing. He's been playing COD, Diablo 3, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Koamaru's been playing R6,
R6 Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
And of course, DJ Fabian
It's
in the
been-
chat.
Says he's been I've been playing myself for thinking I have time to play games.
Though I did see your post
Wait, I'm
about
gonna open
looking for
the
people
chat.
for Blackout. So that's pretty cool as well.
Oh yeah,
It's nice to see that you're also playing COD Black Ops 4, like
Who
every
isn't?
other person here right now.
Ops 4.
Who is it,
No,
man?
no to Battlefield 5. No to Battlefield 5.
I heard it's good. It's been
Yeah,
getting
that-
good reviews.
Yeah.
But anyway, wait, before we get to Battlefield 5, I do want to touch on that, Nick. Like super. Francis says we've been playing Ragnarok mobile for days. What else?
MTX 3011 says,
Monster-
Monster Hunter World in R6.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Denuncy's been playing Warframe all week. Yeah, and yeah, Dee's been playing Black Ops, but just the freaking server issues. I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the NAT in itself is such a problem, right? As in-
Yeah.
You know what's
Same thing
funny?
with R6 Siege, dude.
Oh yeah, they have NAT. But are the NAT problems just as bad?
Yeah, they're just as bad, dude. It's so hard. That's why you need something like Log Me and Hamachi.
Log
I haven't tried Blops.
Oh
I
my-
have it on PS4.
I think in console it works better.
I think so because they don't need the NAT stuff because everything's connected through PSN. Not like us, we have different providers.
I suppose.
Right?
Wait, are we gonna let Harold like keep the sign up the whole time before we acknowledge it, or? Are we
No,
gonna
no,
mention it?
I already saw it. Yeah, Human Panda with 6 subs. 6 gift subs. Good job, my man. You are the best. Isa kang alamat, or you are a myth. Yeah, there we go. I think that's
The man, the
direct
myth, and the
translation.
legend.
The man, the myth, the legend, Human Panda 22. Good job.
But just one thing I
But
want to
yeah.
point out.
Yeah.
Dee just mentioned about the whole open NAT thing, right? That he finally got open NAT. I have 2 friends, okay? They're both open NAT, and they're neighbors, okay? They're literally the same phase of their village, and
I
they
know
still
you
can't
can.
play together. As in, like, they have to call me, Jex, can you log online so we can play? Damn it. Oh, Black Ops.
And then, yeah, but then Diego, what have you been playing, my good sir?
Okay, whatever. Jesus. Okay. Of course, Sinking down the rabbit hole, I've been playing Ragnarok Eternal Love. Oh my god. I swear to god, like I was in a shoot the other over the weekend. Talents, like I saw like 4 people on set playing the game. The DOP was playing, the talents were playing, I was playing. Jeez, guys, everyone's
And
playing.
you're like, oh, add me. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's make a guild.
we were just no, Hindi naman ganun. We were just literally, oh, what did you used to do back in the day? Oh, I used to sell Xenion online.
I think that everybody used to do that. I used to buy Zenny online.
I used to just be a loser and not be able to do any of that because my internet was horrible.
No, you had good internet. I remember
Back
that.
then? Are you kidding me? When Ragnarok
Yeah,
was...
you had good internet. Plus, you were one of the first people to actually have really fast internet from all of us.
Oh yeah, because that was like after I had the shitty internet.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could have gotten ISP Bonanza. I'm just saying.
ISP
Shout out to-
Bonan.
Shout
Oh,
out.
no.
Type 1 in the chat if you are an ISP Bonanza baby. Come on, do it now. Do it now.
ISP Bonanza.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Carry on,
Yeah.
Diego.
Yeah, just one thing I want to mention about Ragnarok. People are asking like, should I play it again? Like, why is it worth going back to? Think of it like this: it's on your mobile app, right? They built this practically. Ragnarok bought the game. Yeah, right. Ragnarok Open Core bought the game. All right. It's pretty much like a sea monkey. You know how sea monkeys are, right? You just watch it do its thing and just watch it grow.
Tamagotchi.
Or the Tamagotchi, yeah, exactly.
It's like a Tamagotchi.
It's
Exactly.
the same thing. I'm sorry, I hit my mic. It's the same thing. Ragnarok Mobile is literally like Tamagotchi, and watching a pet sea monkey grow. That's it. Nothing. It's
Yeah.
You mean there's no trade. The skills are like a bit. I mean, the skills, the stats. I mean, it's a bit different. I mean, it feels like a different game, but that's pretty much it. So you're getting a nostalgia trip without being hassled too much.
Yeah.
Because the original game didn't age well. This is like, a better version of that game. How about you, Mick? What have you been playing?
Oh, well, thank you for asking, my good sir. Well, first things first, I've been playing Monster Hunter World. Currently trying to farm out my Switch axe, the one I really want from Kulve Tarath, or Kulve Tarath. Please correct me in chat how you pronounce that. But then, yeah.
It's pronounced
the,
Kultiras, and you're supposed to be playing it in World of Warcraft.
I'm so sorry. I should probably go back to World of Warcraft then. But then, yeah. Aside from that, yeah, I've been trying to get the Switch axe. It's a paralysis Switch axe I need for the build and all that stuff. And I'm actually excited because after like in a few days they're releasing the Dante release. They're releasing Dante in the game, which is the gear. So you have a chance to look like Dante, exactly.
Isn't
like
that just the skin?
It's an armor that has really good stats. There's also a weapon, which is a charge blade that looks exactly like Rebellion. So that's pretty cool. And then of course, last but not the least, there's of course the layered armors where you can just place over yourself, so you look like Dante even if you're not using the armor. So that's pretty cool. Aside from that, of course, Ragnarok Mobile, which is right over here on
Sea
my laptop.
Monkey the game.
Yeah. So if you guys want to find out where I am right now, I'm in PH 69. I am.
Of course
I
you
am
are.
in. I'm
Of course
in.
you are.
I'm in Aeon. It's not my fault. It's the guild's fault. They're like, oh, dude. I'm like, oh, I was in ID 47, Indonesia 47, because I was playing it when I was out of the country, and then a friend goes, oh, you're joining our guild. I'm like, sure, but you have to move. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I'll move to a PH server. Where? Oh, PH 69. I'm like, oh, you horn dogs. All of y'all's. All of y'all's are horn dogs.
Dirty buys you.
dirty boys. Yeah. And of course Blops, of course, Blops 4. And last but not the least, Hearthstone, because I'm prepping up. Apparently they had that promo where they're giving you 500 gold for free. Up until like yesterday, yeah. But I was able to get it, and then I got my free 6 packs as well. So I've been playing a bit, been trying to catch up since the patch the new expansion will come out around maybe first or second week of December. So I gotta save up all the gold I can get, because I don't want to spend money anymore, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's all I've been playing so far. What about our special guest, Mr. Will Work for Games? What have you been playing, my good sir?
Before that, though, I just wanna, brother and sister.
Oh, Martin, you're cutting out after like every other word.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You might have to lower
Is that better?
or
Yeah.
heighten
There,
the,
voice
there we
yeah,
go.
that's good.
There you
That
go.
one.
Yeah. I just want to shout out my brother in chat.
Oh.
Oh,
it's
nice.
still cutting out.
MTX3011.
Noise.
MTX 3011, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
3011. Noise.
Like,
It's
who you have to
MTX
shout
for
out?
games. I mean MTX work for games.
As for what I've been playing, I've been trying to.
Yeah, it's still cutting in and out, Martin. You
Yeah,
might
it's still
want
cutting in and
to
out.
adjust
I-
the gain or something.
I think
I'm
he
not
was
sure.
trying. I think he was trying to say Ragnarok on mobile. Ragnarok online
Alright.
mobile eternal love. Rommel for short.
Is
I
that
want you
better?
guys to catch it up. It's called Rommel.
yeah, try it
Let's
now.
give it
try
a shot,
now.
Martin. Yeah, let's give it a shot. What have you
Yeah,
been
yeah,
playing,
alright.
Martin?
Yeah. I've been playing RDR2.
Nice.
Oh,
Red
Red
Dead
Dead Redemption.
Oh,
And I don't know. It's fun, but it's also not at a lot of times because the pacing is really slow. It's like
Oh, okay.
basically sort of a life simulator. You have to take a bath,
what?
your hair.
Diego's very
groom your
offended by the fact that you have
horse.
to take a bath.
There's no fast travel. Well, you can not choose not to take a bath, and then like there's no fast travel for the most part.
Okay.
Oh man.
So you have to ride your horse all the way. There's an auto like trap, like your horse goes on its own. You set the waypoint, but you gotta watch it because you end up missing a lot of stuff that happens around the
Mhm.
world. So
Oh yeah.
you can't just out tab out of it while you're waiting for the loading screen because there's no loading screens.
Yeah. Also, there's no
but
alt tabbing
but
'cause
once
it's on the
once
console.
once you get to where things happen, like it's pretty fun.
Oh, that's great.
That's
though.
good.
Like around
That's good, that's
around
good.
what hour was that for you? Like around what hour of playtime was that for you?
Well, it's sort of like that from start, like from until where I am now. I'm like a few hours. It's very up and down.
Okay.
How is it compared to the first game?
It's a lot. There's a lot more to do, definitely.
Mm.
No. I see.
Yeah, I was reading on Reddit like people would just go home, play 10 hours and just hunt, and then like not get any story progression done, and then
Yeah, that's
Just rinse, repeat.
basically yeah.
Oh my.
like it was so
Hey.
relaxing for them. It's like they find it really like a life simulator, like Martin was suggesting.
Oh. It's
It's,
kind
it's
of
if you always wanted to be a cowboy, that's the game you pick up.
Cowboy Simulator.
Hey there. Hey there, partner.
It's kind of reminds me of like Final Fantasy 15, where you just log in and you just go fishing. You're just fishing.
Is there
Because it's a
fishing?
sport. In
I
Final
think there's
Fantasy
fishing
15,
also.
yeah,
No,
there is.
no, in Red Dead. I'm trying.
Oh,
to
in Red Dead
remember
there
there's
is?
fishing.
Oh. I will love that game even more when I start playing it.
It's a fish. Catch the fish, partner. Sorry. Go ahead.
Like
Wow.
I think the only problem I have with like Red Dead
Mm-hmm.
is the controls are a bit weird.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
not-
okay.
I see, I see.
The layout's not your standard, like what you'd expect from like a third person, like action adventure game. So multiple times I've accidentally shot someone when I just wanted to punch them.
Like,
As you do in
whoops,
real life.
fail.
You know, as you,
Like there was one part where you're supposed to punch someone, and then like I shot him, and then the quest failed. I had to redo a whole section.
Oh no.
Could you just imagine? Could you just imagine in real life you're about to punch some dude and all of a sudden bang. Oh shit!
Oops.
Again.
is it like in Grand Theft Auto where you have to unequip your gun before you can punch something?
No, it's just that like a punch is like what is it? It's like cancel. It's the cancel button, but when there's someone in front of you, it becomes punch. I don't know.
That's awful. That's
It's weird.
yeah.
Oh no.
That's
That's
awful.
why- Is it like the same those videos you see online where like you accidentally punch the horse and then the horse kicks you?
Have
Have you seen those videos online for
Yeah,
people playing
dude.
Red Dead?
Those are
No,
hilarious.
like, nothing like that's happened to me so far, though. Nothing
Okay.
weird, sadly.
Oh
Man.
man. So it's all
Yeah.
boring stuff. Wait, you're saying that the cancel button is what is punch if someone's in front of you. So if you're trying to skip through dialogue and then you accidentally, you
I'm not 100% sure. It's something like that. Like it's, I think punch is like triangle or circle. But
okay.
it's also like something else. Like
Oh,
that's something
man.
completely unrelated.
It's like
'cause
it's
usually-
overlapping. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
The controls. Oh.
because usually it
so-
would be like a shoulder button, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a melee attack shoulder button. It isn't. It's somewhere unrelated. So the controls are weird.
Okay.
Man.
Like especially since I just finished playing
Mhm.
AC Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So you're used to that control layout, and then
Yeah.
you
That
skip
control
something
layout is
weird.
way far. It's way faster.
Yeah,
way
Odyssey was
faster than
fun.
RDR.
I had to force myself to stop playing
Wow, really?
It's so
because
good.
there's so much to do like
Yeah.
that game that you like.
Mhm.
Because you can skip entire sections because it's basically most of Greece.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can skip entire regions and still progress in the story, and then come back to that region and then do all the missions in that region.
Oh, that's
Yep.
fun.
That's how
Okay.
it works.
That's
Or
cool.
you
Plus
can
you
just
Oh.
end up doing all of it and then never progress the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just-
Denunci in the chat is saying the important question is, will it satisfy Denunci's need for Western stuff till the next Westworld season comes out? I think that's a very good question.
Probably.
I've never seen Westworld, so I can't comment on that.
That's fine. That's fine. Probably if they come out with a
It doesn't-
Westworld
it
anime, right?
doesn't-
Like,
Yeah, it doesn't have an anime. Sorry.
if it doesn't have, if it's not anime related, it's not worthy.
It's not 2D.
Not worthy of my time.
oh man.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so let's. Is anyone else, Diego? Has anyone else mentioned in chat after the ones you read out? Has anyone else mentioned what they've been playing?
Okay, while I look for them, why don't you tell us what you've been playing this week, Harold? Haha.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
I appreciate
got
that, Diego. So,
Mhm.
in relation to the topic, I did, as you guys saw, get to host an event over the weekend for the ICT, the Department of Information, right? Give me that right. The ICT?
the-
Department of Information Communications and Technology. I'm
Technology.
gonna Google it
Probably.
because I said it so many times. Yeah, Information Communications Technology. I got to host an event for them over the weekend. It was the first time I
Nice.
hosted an awards night. Actually, the first time I hosted anything in general. It was really,
Nice.
aside from a podcast, and it was for the Animation Council of the Philippines and the Game Developers Association of the Philippines. And I saw a lot of the work that the local game development scene has been doing and animation scene's been doing. It's really good. Half the award show was pretty much for 2/3 of the award show was for students. So the future is bright. Yeah, the future is bright, and I'm excited to see what comes from this, because we've had guests on, like the Emperor, like Salon, who are deeply involved in the local gaming scene. So it was pretty awesome to get to host the awards night and see what people produced that was award worthy. And the people in the audience were pretty cool. They laughed at my corny jokes. So good stuff. Good stuff.
Nice one.
Yeah. So what I've been actually playing, aside from shoutcasting with Diego and our other co-hosts and co-casters on Scrim Nights, I got to get my achievement called Ahead of the Curve in World of Warcraft. I'm pretty proud. Thank you, Mick.
What is it? So I'm not familiar.
Sir, well deserved.
Yeah,
Ahead of the Curve.
So Ahead of the Curve is when you beat the current final raid boss of the current raid tier. So
Oh, nice.
It's pretty much the last boss battle of
Just
to date.
before the new raid tier comes out.
So yeah, that's why
Oh,
it's called Ahead of the Curve. Is like, you were ahead of the curve, quite literally. I came up with some gifs for my raid team. I'm gonna pull them up in a second. Like
Jifes.
Yeah.
some
So that's
Yes.
basically
So-
heroic, right, Harold?
really
finished
fun
heroic?
jives. What's that, Nick?
Basically, you finished the heroic version of the current raid.
Yeah. So you get that achievement if you
Nice.
finish the heroic mode. So it's like the hard mode, and then the extreme mode, which is mythic. I will not touch with a 10-foot pole because it takes too much
Really?
coordination,
I
guys.
didn't
I am a
knew.
casual.
Too
I
much
am a
time.
casual
Too much
player of World of Warcraft. Okay, casual. I don't have time to do all this newfangled strategy.
Time. Casual.
I run in, press buttons, and then run out. Okay, like
You run
I
in,
don't-
try,
some
wait
stuff
for
and then-
this.
Oh.
Yes, I get carried pretty much through these. Nah, I pull my own weight, but like, it is really
Nice.
fun. I'm gonna throw up the gifs real quick up on screen because I was so excited because we've been getting ahead of the curve since I joined the raid team. They've been doing it before I arrived, but it's pretty awesome that I've been able to partake in 3 of the ahead of the curve achievements. That's the big boss in the background, that curved looking, I guess it looks like a worm or what is that? Like a little pus monster. It's called Gahoon.
Oh.
It's not Irish or anything, but yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it was really fun, and it's taken us a couple of weeks, this expansion, and yeah, we're way ahead because the new raid comes out in like Feb or late January.
Ooh.
So
That's pretty
we
close.
we are way ahead of the curve, and
Ooh.
yeah, if you do it in that extreme mode that I talked about, Mythic, it's the achievement is called Cutting Edge. I will never be
that's
cutting
the
edge.
worst.
Like the
That's
only
the
way I
worst.
will be cutting edge is if I attend a wrestling talk show. But aside from that, like this is
The cutting edge.
The cutting edge.
jokes. He's got jokes, people. But yeah, so it was super awesome, and a huge shout out to my raid team, Bacon and Kegs, from Convert to Raid. So yeah, that was my weekend. I did a lot of PvPing as well, because you know that's what you do when you've conquered the PvE world. Is you play against other people, and I've lost a lot. But you know that's either here nor there. Let's get Diego. Has anyone else mentioned what they've been playing in chat? Because we got to move on to the news.
No, I don't think anyone's mentioned. I think they already mentioned it earlier. But I think we skipped out. I think we missed out Francis when he gifted us. No, he didn't. He subbed tier 1 for 3 months in a row.
Nice.
It's 3 months in a row already.
So
Thank you,
Francis
This
got his
third month
first.
for sub.
Francis,
Yeah,
brother.
Francis got his first month through Human Panda, and then he got his second month, and now his third. Thank you so much, Francis.
Nice. Also, shout out
Francis-
to my ISP Bonanza boys, Beach Fabian. Everybody was just. I mean, we say did type 1. So for ISP Bonanza, shout out to you guys. Sorry, I didn't mention it a while ago.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
you
no.
mean Wisa.
Yeah, Wisa. My bad.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you, Francis. Koamaru also subbed tier 1. Thank you, Koamaru. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yay!
Oh man, people are liking what we do for some reason. They're just enjoying,
And we appreciate every single view, sub,
Yeah.
cheer, chat. Thank you.
yeah.
Everything.
Appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so let's get to the news, guys. We've got so much to talk about, and we've already consumed about like 30 minutes of airtime and about 50 of actual streaming time. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the news.
Yes, sir.
This week in video games.
Yes, This Week in Video Games is brought to you by the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Check us out. I think the next episode will be tomorrow in like 12 hours ish. I'll figure it out with Derek. Check it out, guys. The Quit Stalling Geekcast, now on Spotify and live from time to time. I can't give actual time, but it happens. I swear to God, it goes live. All right, we'll figure it out. Me, Derek, aka Sensei Humor, Juancho Saldana, and Jay Sanchez. And as we mentioned the Quit Stalling Geekcast, I do want to say, guys, to start off our news segment, a little bit of more serious music. Let's play something here. I wanna give a huge shout out to Stan the Man Lee, who recently passed away a couple of days ago. A lot of what we play in video games, a lot of the stories, our more modern stories, are very inspired by the work that he's done. You know, our current movie entertainment industry and video game industry would not be the same without his work. The superheroes he created, the connections he made to fans, and the people he inspired throughout the past. How old was he? 140 years? No, the past 95 years.
95 years.
Yeah, like it's just been revolutionary, and we know he's had issues with his partners in the past, like Jack Kirby, but it doesn't take away from the fact that his work has really inspired generations. You know, games like Overwatch were inspired by superheroes that were created by Stan Lee and Marvel Comics and, you know, DC Comics. But, you know, it's that passion and that creativity that makes him of note, because, to be honest, guys, my morality compass has come from entertainment. Like, I know we come from a religious country, but
Mhm.
in all
Agreed.
honesty, like
Mhm.
a lot of my morality and the things I take as good and not good come from comics, from movies, and you know, Stan was a big part of that. So to Stan Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Stan Lee,
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Oh, and he's
Yeah,
also
raise the
some
cups.
guy he's a guy that's transcended his work. You know, everyone knows
Yeah.
who Stan Lee is. So
Exactly.
Stan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Yes.
peace.
All right, let's keep things light. Martin, man, I know you wanted to talk about a lot of things today. What are some of the things that you, Mick, Diego want to talk about? Let's come on, Martin. Let's start. You've been quiet long enough. You've been quiet long enough.
Oh, I think
Um,
we were talking about like BlizzCon earlier, but
Oh,
like I think we
yes.
talked about this last week.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we had a recap.
Share us your thoughts of BlizzCon.
Well, it's sort of a what do you call this, a
Rant?
leap year for BlizzCon this year because War for Azeroth the Battle for Azeroth just came out.
Yes.
What
Buffa,
else?
as
Like,
the hardcore people know.
there's nothing really to expect. There was nothing really like big at BlizzCon this year.
Mhm.
So a lot of people were expecting maybe something big, but I think the biggest thing we got was Warcraft 3.
Oh,
Reforged.
definitely.
Yeah, and then that mobile game.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
that-
again, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Like we haven't played the game yet, so we can't say if it's bad. But it's just it wasn't the right time to announce it.
Agreed.
It's a
That's true.
BlizzCon opening ceremony. Your 99.9% of the people at BlizzCon are PC gamers,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and like you announce a mobile game that's developed not even by Blizzard themselves.
True.
It's a side project they outsource to another company, and then it's opening ceremony announcement at the same level as what Battle for Azeroth last year.
Mhm.
So it wasn't. It does. It does. It's just. If they announced it like a few months ago, or a few months from now, or if even a few weeks after or before BlizzCon,
Or at Gamescom.
no, yeah, or at Gamescom, it'd be fine. I think it was just the timing that
Yeah.
they chose to announce it, and then the way they responded afterwards were like, "Don't you have phones? Yeah, we have phones, but none of us play games on our phones because we have WoW and Overwatch and whatever."
We pay
Hearthstone.
freaking subs.
Yeah, like the Diablo, nobody was expecting Diablo 4. If anybody was expecting Diablo 4, like that's a misunderstanding of how Blizzard works,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
it took them how many years to come out with Diablo 3, StarCraft
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
It takes
Agreed.
them a very
After
long time.
announcing it way in advance, which was I think what they were
Yeah.
trying to avoid. You know, if they announced
Yeah.
Diablo 4 now and then released it 4 years from now, it'd still be worse. Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think whatever happened during BlizzCon, like we talked about this last week, but I want to add to what Martin said. Like, I know we've mentioned it could have been handled better, but like if they announced Diablo 4 now and it released like 6 years later, that would be way worse than what we
That
got.
would be a Square Enix.
Ooh.
Hey,
Truth.
taking jabs.
Truth.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Kingdom
True,
Hearts,
yeah.
Final Fantasy, like literally
It takes them a while. It really does.
announced too early. But yeah, that's their style. So I mean, Blizzard's the one
Mhm.
that doesn't say it. Blizzard's the one that doesn't say anything until it's out.
That's
True.
Yeah,
actually a
that's
nice
true.
thing. It's a really good quality for them. Where it's like
Yeah.
take for example when they announced Overwatch back in what was that 2015? BlizzCon 2015 or 2016?
Pretty sure it's 2015. Yeah.
2015. When they announced it, like no one had a clue, and they're like, "Oh, we have a playable beta on the
Yeah.
on the grounds floor." I'm like, "Wow, these guys actually almost finished the game. Wow, this is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good."
their style, though, right? That's
Yeah,
their
that's their
style.
style.
And we
Mhm,
got that.
mhm.
We got the same style with Diablo Immortal, which it was
Yeah.
playable on the show floor. And as far as I saw online, which is pretty much where we see everything now, no one who played it has a bad thing to say about it, aside from the fact that it was presented wrong.
Yeah.
But though I did watch like in Twitch, like a lot of the Twitch streamers who were watching BlizzCon, they were saying that, wait a minute, that UI looks so familiar, and then they were putting in like, with NetEase's other game,
Mhm.
that's Diablo-esque, and then
Mhm.
they were like, wait, it's the same UI. Why are they just reskinning everything? I'm like, the
It's a
skills
mobile
won't be
game.
the same. The skills
Yeah, it's a
won't be the same.
mobile game.
The UI
Like,
mobile game.
can
A
be
lot
the
of
same.
RTS
It's fine.
a lot of RTS UI looks like the other RTS UI, you know? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I mean, if you look at every single Diablo clone in gaming history, they all had
Demon
similar
Hunter.
UIs,
Demon
Yeah.
Hunter.
Torchlight, and all these other games,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Path of Exile.
So
Mew Online, Mew Legend.
the
They actually
online
somewhat
was
copied,
Diablo 2, like,
but an MMORPG.
yeah, exactly.
That's what they basically did. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
it was bad timing. This one this year was okay. It wasn't. It was as expected, except for the Diablo Immortal mobile game. Like my favorite part of BlizzCon was that guy at the panel asking, "Is this an April Fool's joke?"
Is this an
Like
I-
is this an
really,
off
I
really
found that guy
April Fool's joke.
rude. I found that
Yeah,
guy
it was
super
super
rude.
rude. The
That's
tone
like,
was just
come on, man.
wow. Damn,
And apparently it
this
was
guy's
like a
such an
pre-planned
ass.
thing on 4chan, so that made it even more rude.
I,
for me.
I,
Like,
yeah, I expected
Wait,
that.
it was pre-planned. What do you mean by pre-planned?
like other guys
someone-
at 4chan were all like, "Yeah, let's get one of us
Let's
to
ask.
go up on stage." Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is this an off-season April Fool's joke? Oh man.
Yeah, that's rude. Like the people you're talking to are people. Like they're not robots.
Yeah.
Like they have
Yeah.
feelings.
I think
Little
I think,
Wyatt
like, the
Chan,
saddest
man.
part- yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
felt bad
saddest
for
part
the
of
guy.
BlizzCon for me, I think, with all the announcements, was that nobody noticed that was the last BlizzCon of Mike Morhaime.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hurt.
Well,
Oh,
technically,
yeah.
he's still
And-
gonna be there. It's just that it's the last one where he's president, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
last
Jay
one,
Allen
so
Brack like strong arm him back. Like right after he
Yeah.
introduces Brack, like Brack's like, "No, you come with me. You come with me. You're gonna look out into the crowd, and you're not gonna see."
This is for you. We worked really hard for this.
And then Chris Metzen shows up as a fan.
Dude,
Yeah.
Metzen,
Wow.
Wow,
apparently
the-
Metzen
the-
was like everyone's favorite part of the con, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Chris Metzen was
Love
like,
that guy.
"What is he doing here? What?"
Yeah.
Well, he
That
is
was
the hype
awesome.
man of WoW.
Yeah, of Blizzard in general. Like he's worked on every property. Like, and apparently it was planned with one of my favorite podcasters, the guy who inspired me to start podcasting, Scott Johnson. Like, because Scott was the one who was hosting that panel, and the old host from his podcast, Randy Jordan, was the guy like curating the line. So they all planned it with Metzen. So everyone except for the people on stage were in on it. So they were genuinely
Wow.
like, "Oh, hello, person
that was
we've never
pretty
seen
cool.
before." That was awesome.
Hi, my name's
was
Chris
awesome.
Metzen. Oh,
Oh man, it was Thrall. All right, so we've talked a lot
Yeah.
about BlizzCon already. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. We have so much more to talk about. We've already talked about
Yep.
BlizzCon last week. What do you guys want to talk about next? What do you guys want to talk about next? Come on.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Go.
So it's
go.
just it's basically it's basically a lesson for all you people at home, and especially for you guys right here right now, that it pays, literally pays, to report bugs on Steam. Okay, so Artem Moskowski, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know if I said it right, but anyway, he's a
Artem?
self-proclaimed Artem.
Moskovsky?
Moskowski. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he's a self-proclaimed bug hunter, and he actually found a bug on Steam that allowed him to trick the system to generating free keys for him.
That's
Like,
awesome.
imagine that he could get any game he wanted on Steam,
Oh,
absolutely
man.
free. And
That's
instead of
crazy.
exploiting this and making a ton of money, he decided to report it. He decided to report it to
And
Valve.
made a ton of money.
And made a ton of money either way. He made $20,000 just to give you guys some insight of how much he made. And here's the thing: it was this bug was actually pretty wild. Like, he actually had an experiment where he basically generated over 36,000 keys of Portal 2. 36,000 keys, absolutely
No
free, and these are all legit from
You
the
think people
actual
would?
website.
You think the folks over at Valve would be like, "Wait a second.
They should have just hired him.
Yeah.
The,
No,
like-
but then no, that's the beauty of it is that
Uh-huh.
when he reported this, they went media blackout about this whole thing. It's like no one knew except for him and everyone involved in Valve. And when they fixed it, they finally released the news so that no hacker will be like, "Oh, really? I'll look for it right now." Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Props to you, Artem Moskowski. That's good work, dude.
I mean, there are a lot of people who are like that.
Yeah. They're hacking for good, not for evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
a bunch of Mr. Robots.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, the white hats. The white hats.
The white hats.
Yep.
But imagine that, dude. 36,000 keys. What would you do with 36,000 keys of Portal 2? I'd probably give it away for free because the thing is, the game's pretty old.
Played 36,000 times
36,000 people will get Portal 2.
for free.
Or maybe 18,000 will get 2 keys. One for
I
a
just
friend.
go to G2G and be like, "Hey, who wants keys?
Just $1.
Just $1.
$1. Oh wow, you guys are
Right.
cheaper than the actual sale.
Well,
Yeah,
because if I
man.
make it any higher and Steam sees like a surge of
They
players.
see a
Surge of
surge
players,
no
they're like-
matter what.
Yeah.
Why is there why
That's
is there
still
players-
$36,000, man.
People playing Portal 2.
Why is everyone playing our old IP? Aren't we making a new one?
Didn't we stop making games years ago?
Oh,
my God.
hey! To defend them, they're making Artifact right now.
They're still
Oh, yeah,
making it.
that's true.
Suppose.
Well, it's
I suppose.
like closed
Yeah,
beta
yeah.
is coming up soon, I think, or maybe it is going on.
That's
right
not
now.
a Valve product. They just bought that IP.
Really? Oh, right, from Ice Frog. I remember that now.
They're getting
Yeah.
everything.
It's
from
still
that
not
guy.
Half-Life 3.
It's not Half-Life 3.
They're making a Half-Life 2 prequel, which is
Oh my
basically
Oh,
be
so it's
Half-Life what?
Half-Life 1.5.
1.5.
That's pretty cool.
See,
I
if
would play
they-
that.
If they announced Half-Life 3 and they didn't release it for 6 years, guys. All right. But they released Artifact. Imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Imagine
would
if
be
they-
called Half-Life 1. Count past 2.
My gosh.
Oh wow.
Well, at least they know
yeah.
not to release a mobile version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half-Life Mobile.
Half-Life.
no.
Half-Life Resurrected.
Well, speaking of things
Available
that
in
have been
Android.
released, we did get Fallout 76 released today, so there was a
Ooh.
surge. Speaking of surges, there was a surge of people streaming it on Twitch. So, yeah, Fallout 76, guys, it's out now.
Yeah, enjoy,
If-
guys.
if you-
Enjoy.
Yeah, if you haven't yet,
Looks like-
you know.
Yeah. It looks like a
Fallout.
good game. It does look like a good game because it is a co-op. It is a co-op Fallout post-apocalyptic stuff, so that's pretty cool.
They
Yeah.
basically took the survival.
Oh, Martin, you're cutting out.
You cut again?
You're cutting out.
Oh,
We got to get more
Yeah, I
phantom
think-
power for your
I think
microphone.
like they took the Ark or
Ark Survival
Rust,
Evolved,
yeah,
something
Ark,
like that?
Rust, those games.
Yeah.
They took that platform and just put the Fallout skin on it.
Oh yeah.
It's not even a new engine; it's still the
Mm.
Fallout 4 engine.
Oh, the
Ooh,
super
okay.
buggy one. Oof.
All their engines are super buggy.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's true.
It's a Bethesda thing.
It's a signature. It ain't a Bethesda game if it's not glitchy
Yeah,
as
if,
fuck.
if you don't see flying death claws, it's not a Bethesda game.
Oh no.
Oh man. All
So,
right.
like,
So in
the
other
last-
news, guys. Oh, what's up, Yeezy?
Oh, sorry, I just wanted that. So the last Fallout that was released before this one was Fallout 4, right? And that was released
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
So it's been-
15.
oh,
3
so
years.
So 3 years. Not bad. Not bad.
Not
Yeah,
so
okay.
bad.
Yeah, that's good. At least there's like a gap so that it's not like,
Yeah.
a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be good, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think there's
it-
enough time to make a new game engine in 3 years and then make a game at the same time.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not Fallout 5. It
Yeah.
has skipped like how many numbers? It skipped from 5 to 75.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Just like,
Anyway.
just like how their vaults work.
You know,
Oh, true. They skip out.
All right, so in other news, guys, Microsoft with another, I guess you could call it power play, or they just acquired another company, another studio.
Oh, boy.
Microsoft has bought Obsidian Entertainment,
Yeah. Oh.
the studio
Ooh.
responsible for games such as Fallout New Vegas, and Pillars
of
of
Eternity.
Eternity. There we go. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity. I was
Actually-
thinking,
Actually, they made a lot of games. Wait, hold on. I was looking a while ago. Obsidian. They made,
yeah, whip it out. Whip it out.
yeah, they have a lot of good games actually.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They're currently making a new one right now with an upcoming new untitled one.
They freaking made KOTOR. That's of the Old
Ooh.
Republic.
They made
KOTOR.
KOTOR 2.
Like two
KOTOR
Sith
2.
Lords, yeah.
Let's make a
Uh,
really
so there's
important
really a different-
distinction. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case.
Wait,
Well, they-
KOTOR 2 is not as good as KOTOR?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I understand.
Just
Oh,
want to
no,
make sure.
Martin. I know you have an opinion on this. Let's
Well, years later, we find out that KOTOR 2 had a completely different ending, like a completely different ending chapter that they
Yes.
never finished because they ran out of time.
because as we've come to know from big time developers, they're under a lot of pressure from investors, and when you don't release the game when you're supposed to, there's a little bit of backlash from
Yeah.
the higher ups.
Mhm.
So they forced it out because it was supposed to come out, I think, during the Christmas season that year, and they did push it out. And like Martin said, years later we find out through a lot of modders, a lot of folks who were very passionate about KOTOR and just couldn't accept that KOTOR 2 sucked. They found out that there's a lot of underlying code and unused assets, and the game was supposed to be so much more. There was supposed to be way more content, hours worth of content that
Yeah.
didn't make it to the final cut of the game. And
Yeah.
there's actually like a restoration project that's been ongoing for years now. I don't know if they're anywhere near finishing, but KOTOR 2 was supposed to be so much more, and I don't know if Obsidian is actually to blame because they were probably pressured by not just BioWare but the people investing in BioWare.
That's true. Usually, I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's more of the publisher that might be the cause. I mean, I can't say the developers don't make mistakes, but yeah, could be the reason.
Yeah, it's always sort of a lot of times the publisher, because they're the ones who have to talk to the investors, make the monies.
You make the money, yeah.
EA Games is exactly like that.
Now that you mentioned, I'm just glad at least that Obsidian was bought by Microsoft and not EA.
True.
EA
At least it could have. Yeah. So I mean, it's not the worst outcome. And like, I mean, Microsoft. I mean, they're a good company. They're a good company except for their constant Windows 10 updates. But like, I mean, still better than EA. Everything sounds better than EA, so it's fine. I'm okay.
I love how I heard once someone goes, "Oh yeah, we're expecting a lot of great things from the November update of Windows 10, but knowing Microsoft, we'll probably get the November update in January because of that. It's just that slow."
Oh my.
Yeah, November is actually the concept. It's not actually the date of release.
It's just the code name of the project.
Yeah, like
Project November?
they're huge fans of V for Vendetta. So yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
like if you think, Microsoft game studios are pretty okay. I mean, they did come out with franchises like Halo.
Oh
Gears of
yeah,
War. I mean, they have
Gears
a
of
very
War,
good
the
track
Gears of
record.
War franchise. That's a good
Huh.
franchise.
And they're,
Very
Yeah.
good one.
yeah.
They have a lot of money. They've bought a lot of studios this year because they
Not-
announced a few back in E3.
Not to mention, they also hold the operating system, so that's kind of like a cheat, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of easy for them to make PC games, port it properly. They have the proper SDKs for Windows 10.
Well, I mean, I think Microsoft is a bit more supportive as a publisher. I mean, they do, especially with their indie games. So, yeah, I think it's a good acquisition.
I think it's good. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I just hope that the upcoming RPG that they're making along with that dude that made Fallout. I think I forgot which one. forgot his name, but then yeah, I hope
Mhm.
that actually just pushes through. Like I hope it really like materializes, and it's a really good IP, like a really good one. 'Cause,
There's
you know,
no news.
you could,
There's no news on like what kind of RPG is coming out.
I'm not sure what the theme is or anything. It's just really like, it's the hype is built around the fact that Obsidian Entertainment is working alongside the maker, one of the creators of Fallout. I'm not sure which
New
installment of
Vegas.
Fallout.
New Vegas. I think.
No, I mean they made Fallout New Vegas, but then they're also
Oh,
working
sorry,
with
sorry.
one of the developers that was responsible for I think the first. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which
Oh, wow.
Fallout it is, but then yeah. So there's a lot of hype around this game for the hardcore, the hardcore Fallout and Skyrim fans. Yeah.
As long as it's
so-
a Fallout Tactics too, I'm on board.
Oh snap!
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Because
That'd be fun.
that's my
Yeah.
favorite Fallout game.
That'd be
Nice.
fun, man. Like, especially with the modern capabilities of, everyone, something everyone has. Yeah, like.
You know, personally, my favorite Fallout game is Fallout Vault, the one on the mobile phone.
Fallout.
Yeah,
You just
Hey,
take
that
care of
was-
your,
that
you
was
just
a
take
fun
care of
game.
your
Shelter.
vault.
Yeah.
You just
That was
take
a
care of
fun
your
game.
vault. That was pretty
Fallout
fun.
Shel-
Yeah, I
Fallout
love
Shelter
that.
was pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter.
currently have a
Fallout
lawsuit
Shelter. There
with-
we go. Thank you.
Like there's a lawsuit with that game.
Yeah.
Why is there one?
Bethesda is suing the makers of Westworld for making a game that's exactly the same.
It's like so alike. It's
Oh.
uncannily the same.
But I mean, if it's the same, it's just reskinned. I mean, like probably they just put in their elements of. So it's transformative. So why would you
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I mean that comes to the specifics of it because like I think you can sue for
copyright infringement?
No, I think the problem is that it was the same developer, and they used
Oh,
the exact
that's
same
why.
code.
Oh, okay.
Oh, exact same code.
Different
Oh.
assets, same code. As like
Oh,
they
that's bad,
proved it
that's
by
bad. You
saying
don't do
that the bug that was in Shelter is also in this Westworld
Ah!
game.
Oh,
That's
wow. Okay, so
hilarious.
they proved it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Damn.
Hey, Iron Hammer stream is on the chat. Hey, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Iron-
haven't
It's been
seen
a
Iron
it.
Hammer.
while.
Stream.
Iron Hammer stream. Because it used to be just Iron Hammer.
Oh,
I'm
it's
like,
always
It's
been
always
Iron
been
Hammer.
Iron Hammer stream.
It always, yeah.
why was there a capital S? I've never seen the S before. But then, yeah, hey, man, it's been a while.
Maybe
Been a
you're
while,
referring
dude.
to
Welcome
Ice
back.
Gene.
Oh, maybe.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
then, yeah.
But what's the
Congratulations to Microsoft. I hope you take care of Obsidian Entertainment and you don't close them like what was that other one? The one who did Torchlight? What's the name of that developer?
Torch Light.
The game studio. Yeah. Torchlight 2.
Hold on.
Sorry, we're kind of uninformed here. Sorry.
Yeah, why
Runic
is it-
Games.
Runic Games.
Rest
Oh,
in peace,
I
Runic
just looked
Games.
up the Westworld game. Apparently, it has a 4.6 average review with 10,065 reviews. So I'm gonna have to.
9,000 of
Westworld.
them have been paid.
I
or some of
mean,
them are
as long as they
people
were
who
paid
watch
well.
the Netflix series, but
They were
don't-
paid
they
really
don't-
well.
They don't really watch. They don't even
It's
know
an
about it.
HBO series, Diego.
Oh, HBO.
Yeah,
oh,
it's kind-
this-
It's kind of
Sorry.
like the Game of Thrones, but set up in a in a western, a
Isn't it
spaghetti
like-
western. You know,
spaghetti.
But isn't it like a virtual Western place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
It's practical, but it's run by computers. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
we don't
It's
really
like
know at
Sword
this
Art
point.
Online,
You know. Like,
but
Yeah.
At this
Western.
point, it's just mysterious in its own way. That's why it's so
Mysterious.
unique compared to Game of Thrones.
yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to check out the mobile game.
Oh boy, someone just got
Yes.
hooked. Someone just got
Alright.
hooked.
So let's get these last three topics like wrapped up, guys, because I want to chill with Martin a little bit, you know. So Battlefield 1, I think is something we wanted to talk about. Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
Mhm.
Should I?
Yep.
May I? Sure.
Go ahead.
So last November 11, of course, is the 100th year anniversary of the World War One armistice, wherein the Allied powers at the time ceasefired with Germany, and so in BF1, here's the thing: it's basically World War One, so it was set from July of 1914 up to November 11 of 1918, where the armistice actually occurred. So, and it happened at 11 a.m. I don't know what time. I think maybe that local German local time, so European time.
Yeah,
So-
GLT, German local.
German local time. GLT, baby. GLT. But then, yeah, so in honor of this, Battlefield 1 players had a ceasefire for 2 minutes to observe the 100th year anniversary at 11 a.m. in their local time. So when 11 a.m. hit in their in the game that they were playing, they basically just ceasefired for 2 minutes to pay their respects to those who have given their lives.
Oh yeah,
know,
the biggest online
during that war.
ceasefire since NoFap November.
Probably. No Nut November. Yeah, but then that's pretty cool stuff. It's a really nice
Yeah.
thing for people to do this.
I'm
If you-
surprised they were
Yeah.
able to do that.
If you did you guys watch the clip though? Because there was a buzzkill moment at the end.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
the
really?
plane that was just passing through?
Yeah, if you watch it, the whole clip until the end, oh my god, like a plane comes in and like tries to shoot everyone. It's
Yeah.
like, and then in their chat like, shoot that plane down.
Shoot that
I'll
plane
bring it
down.
out. I'll try and bring
Yeah.
the clip up.
But then that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean,
I'll link it on Twitter also. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll link the Twitter one so you can. Where's it? Reddit? Sorry, it's a Reddit post.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Where is it?
yeah. Again, it is
I'll link
pretty
it on
cool though.
Twitter.
You know, like we're no stranger to fan or player-made like in-game holidays. You know, we've seen in the past we've seen everyone going to what's it called? Not Coruscant. Alderaan in Star Wars: The Old Republic when Carrie Fisher died. Like people in Star Wars: The Old Republic went all the
Oh,
way to
yeah.
Alderaan and just started like paying their respects. So like we've
Yeah.
seen this type of behavior before, and the fact that it commemorates an actual momentous occasion in human history and not just pop culture, like it's pretty awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a lot of times. Yeah, a lot of other instances happen as well. Like,
Yep.
Sorry, you go ahead first, Nick.
No, I just wanted to share a memory I had because it was basically I think it was in Ragnarok Online. I think it was Noche Buena. Yeah, just before Christmas when it hit 12 o'clock. And I shit you not, guys. I shit you not. People, all the wizards in Morocco were just spamming Stormgust. They were just
I think I
putting up
remember
ice
that.
walls. They were just basically making like a small area. So
Oh,
it's
wait.
like, oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. We're just all typing in chat. While you see me, I'm just eating dessert after Noche Buena. I'm just looking at the screen. I'm like, oh, these
Like,
guys are-
shouldn't you guys be with your families?
shouldn't you guys be with your friends? It's like, oh, it already hit 12. We should probably head back to our computers now. Oh man.
Yeah, I think there was a video I watched about RuneScape when RuneScape's the one that closed down, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the official servers have finally closed.
Yeah, there was this video I watched where I don't know why we didn't cover this. Where this YouTuber was talking about some of the things that happened before it closed down.
Oh wait, no,
Why
we
Didn't
did.
we cover
did
this?
cover it.
Wow.
There's
Wait.
this one where
Guys, we did cover this. This is basically they kept the servers alive just so that the guy could do the final quest.
he could finish his final
Oh, yeah.
quest.
He could finish his final quest, and he was crying on stream. I watched him. I watched that, dude.
Yeah, that was
What
so
a champ!
cool.
Even the game developers were rooting for him. They were watching his stream, and they were like,
Sure.
"Oh, it's already 11 a.m. Oh no, he still has like, oh, you know what? Let's extend it a little bit more, like 10 minutes. They extended it for an additional 10 minutes, just so they could just watch him finish the quest
Tears, man.
and
Tears.
record it,
Tears.
and happy tears because the thing is, he was just like everything, like he was saying that everything that he experienced during in his many years of playing RuneScape, it all just went back to him when he was about to submit that quest. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, props to you, man.
That's awesome.
You really showed how
Yeah.
devoted you are to that game. Though there are private servers now for RuneScape, so that's
Thanks for
kinda,
killing
you
it.
that's just basically killing the moment already. There's no private servers, by the way, guys. If you still want to play it, it's just like how Ragnarok when it was the last day, people
Like
were
an hour
crying,
after.
"Oh," we're all like crying, and all of a sudden we're all in
Right.
Talon RO already, or like Jump
Oh
RO,
no.
or like an A row. I'm like,
Since
oh
we're on the
wow,
topic
people
of like
just jumped off.
Since there's a topic of like servers closing down, I remember there's also this other game. I forgot what it was called. Instead of just shutting the server down and shutting the game down, what the devs did is that they made an in-game event where aliens invade the Earth, as in like the whole server is invaded by like these strong ass alien NPCs, and like as in not even the top level people could beat them. So when the server will shut down when the whole with the whole map, all the maps are overrun by aliens, then the game shuts down.
Wow, that's pretty
So
cool.
it's kind of like Armageddon. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's clever. I just forgot what game it was called, but anyway.
Dude, that reminds me of, like that's also similar to Star Wars Galaxies. They sort of did the
Sorry?
same thing.
Yeah, the Square Enix. They
Oh,
No, Star Wars
Oh.
Galaxies.
Oh yeah, no, they did.
Oh,
Oh, they did.
I
Oh
heard
no,
about
wait.
that. So, like-
I think you cut out there. We didn't hear you.
Yeah, Star Wars
He
Galaxies.
said
So
Star
like,
Wars Galaxy.
Okay.
Like they let like a bunch of like those space fighters just like duke it out. So people like everyone like got into fighters and started like going into space and just shooting stuff until the servers went down. Like, man, this is getting depressing. Let's not go into this anymore. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
what's
Let's move on,
Let's
guys.
move on. So I should probably just give you guys an update on one of the articles we tackled a few months back, which is basically
Ooh.
Nintendo suing ROM, Love ROM and Love Retro, which is a place where you could get, ROMs for your emulators for classic Nintendo games.
Yeah, I remember we
So
talked about this and we debated the whole issue of like
Yeah, we debated the
how
whole
we
issue.
feel about it. Yeah,
How we feel about it. Well, guess what, guys? Nintendo won. Nintendo won the lawsuit. Pew, 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 pew.
To be expected. To be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, basically, Jacob Matthias, the founder and the creator of Love ROM and Love Retro, along with his wife, got sued. They got sued for mass copyright infringement because of
That's
those
messed
websites.
up.
Yeah, so
That's
they
just
actually
messed up.
closed down those websites at the same time. They also pled guilty so that they could settle with Nintendo. So they basically, they settled for about $12 million worth of damages. So
Ooh, wow.
yeah, that's basically
Oh,
it. So
man.
this marks this is basically Nintendo telling you guys, don't mess with our IPs. We'll
See,
sue
that's
you.
the thing, right? It feels
We'll
like
bleed you dry.
Martin, I want to hear your thoughts on this, but it feels like more of a statement. Like Nintendo just wanted to make an example out of
An
them
example,
than anything.
exactly.
I mean, Nintendo's always been very closed-fisted with their. There was a reason recently during investor.
Oh, you're cutting out. You're cutting out.
Are you cutting
There
out
used to
again?
like there was an investor call recently
Mhm.
for Nintendo, and one of their investors asked, "Is there a possibility of Nintendo titles or Nintendo IPs going to other platforms?" And Nintendo was straight up, "Nope, never. It's never leaving our platforms." So they're very strict when it comes to that stuff. I mean, more
Yeah.
so than like PlayStation or like Microsoft. Even there's issues a few years ago with Let's Players on YouTube
Yeah.
who couldn't get any Nintendo content online on
Oh,
I
YouTube.
remember that.
That was so.
So they're
dumb.
very strict with that stuff. So I guess they really just wanted to make sure that they still had everything, like even their old games, within their control. Because I have a feeling they might come out with like an emulator for the Switch to play older games
Yeah. I mean,
and
like,
release on their own store. So they want to make sure that there's nowhere else you can get that.
yeah, like I mean, the length streamers who stream DS 3DS games like the Pokemon series, the lengths they have to go through to be able to stream are kind of ridiculous. You have to find someone you can mail your DS to so that you could make it what's it called, capture cardable.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty. You have to hack it. Like it's pretty. Mick, you're muted. Like it's pretty crazy. So they
It's a
like Martin has put up a good point. Like Nintendo's very close-fisted on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
they want to
Martin-
control it.
Martin, I ask you a question, my good sir. You did
Mhm.
say that Nintendo doesn't like, putting their IPs in different platforms, right?
Yeah.
But why is it in a tabletop platform?
Boo.
Monopoly Gamer, the tabletop
I think
platform.
that's a different discussion altogether because it's
Oh,
not
boy.
video. It's
Yeah,
not
we should
More of a
video games.
licensing thing than.
We
Yeah,
should
that's like
probably save this
having-
for our tabletop show called Tabletop Bite.
That's the same as like having Nintendo stuff in Happy Meals.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's basically just a platform. But
Good point.
if you actually open up the game, it's pretty cool because everything's there. Even the name of the maps are there, the name of the stages, like the formal names, not the stage 1-1 or stage 1-2. No. So it's pretty cool.
All right, so
Yeah.
I want to move on to probably the most important topic of the night, guys. Like, this came out of left field for me. This blew my mind. Let's talk about Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu. What in the crap is
Yeah.
I did not think I would enjoy this. Not no way did I think, like, no offense, but you know, we've talked about how strange Nintendo could be with their properties, and
Yeah.
I was expecting a cop out. I was expecting this to be a cash grab, but the fact that they hired the guy who we've seen online who does realistic concept art of Pokemon to do the concept to continue and do it for this. The fact that they actually pulled off how Pokemon could look in real life or as close to real life as they can be, and it doesn't look cheesy to me, at least as a fan who used to want this, forgot that he wanted this, and then got it. Like,
Finally got
what
it.
the crap, guys? This looks. Ryan Reynolds is voicing Pikachu. This should not work.
Yeah.
That's
It- it fits
that's the
so
funny
well.
thing. It wouldn't have worked if it wasn't him.
No, it wouldn't have. This
So
is
it was
perfect.
Wait, it would have worked in the 90s if it was like Danny DeVito.
Yeah. It's like Danny DeVito in a
I was-
Pikachu.
I was
costume.
honestly expecting the Danny DeVito. Like, why not?
Like,
Hey,
Or like
I don't know
Robert
about
De
you,
Niro
buddy.
or something.
Yeah, I
like
don't
Robert
know
De
about you,
Niro,
buddy.
yeah. Like,
I
see,
will
here's the thing.
electrocute you.
Like Iron Hammer in the chat put up a good point. This is what we've seen from fan videos, like the College Humor stuff. But it's lighthearted. The tone is like we've seen the edgy versions of this online, and
Yeah.
we're getting like a great tone, like the perfect tone for the perfect era of this.
Yeah.
Sure, we're a lot older now, but I think that just helps us appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
Damn, this shouldn't work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say
No.
this now, dude. A lot of people are getting mad about that whole Pikachu having fur thing. Dude,
Wow,
it looks
they-
so good.
What,
So-
Pokemon trainer ka ba? Pokemon master ka ba?
No, wait.
Dude,
The
Diba?
fur
So
is
good, man.
required.
Yes.
Can you
I think
imagine
it's only fair.
Jigglypuff as an accurate like depiction of Jigglypuff?
It's just
It's
a
supposed to have
an
like
orb.
rubber skin.
It's just a pink
It's supposed to
orb.
be like a balloon.
Just a,
So like, can
it's
you?
a freaking
It
balloon.
would be nightmare fuel, sir.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people
Yeah.
are a lot of people are terrified by Mr. Mime though. The face of
Right?
Oh my god, that guy's freaky.
Yeah, he does
So
look
As
freaky.
he should be.
Freaky diggy, dude.
That
Feeling
is
aside-
the Mr. Mime that would steal
Uh-huh.
Ash's mom. Okay, like
Oh
that is
my
the guy.
God.
Probably. Probably.
So I don't, wait, is that Ken Watanabe?
Yeah, Ken Watanabe is
Yeah,
this.
he's still
Okay.
The
acting.
last samurai is in this
Yeah.
movie. Oh my god.
But imagine if like the Pikachu here, they used someone with a super rugged voice to make him sound like a super old guy.
They should have gotten
Gerard
Christian
Butler.
Bale, dude, or Ben
I
Affleck,
want
if that's the
him.
case.
Imagine if it's just a super rugged guy and it's just a cute little Pikachu. Oh,
Like my friend put up a good point here. Like, oh wait, yeah, he put up a good point that a lot of how fans when you're super fan of something, and they come up with a live action adaptation, they're like, this is wrong, this is the worst thing ever, this is a dumb thing. But then there's some fans that's like some of those fans who would say that this is horrible when they saw this is acceptable. It's
Yeah,
like,
so
man,
weird.
what does this world come to? It's like
So
it's like
weird.
some things are allowed, but some things aren't. Like I don't why? That's not fair.
We'll wait for it to come out.
Oh,
We'll
I
see.
think, but yeah, like, I think
It
everyone's
might
just
still
so
be
surprised.
terrible.
yeah.
This was like surprisingly a good trailer
Yeah.
or good enough.
Ion
It's
Hammer on the
okay.
chat goes, I can't believe Ken Watanabe is here too. And then he says, oh my god, Tara Strong as Charizard would knock
Well,
Oh
my
man.
socks off.
Dude,
I
you
You
would-
Team
never
Rocket.
know. Like
Bubble-
this
the voice
might
of
be the
Bubbles?
next Dragon Ball live action.
No,
Let's
it looks
see.
too good for it.
No, no.
It looks too good
It-
for it.
it looks-
the main
I hope
focus
not.
is
No, but
not
I
someone
think-
who should be
No,
Asian.
guys, you have to remember this. It's not your typical Ash Pokemon relationship, that stuff. No, this is a lighthearted take on the Pokemon world. It's basically, oh, what if a guy could understand a Pikachu? Instead of saying Pika Pika the whole time, it's basically Deadpool in a Pikachu costume.
Uh,
Oh,
Like, I
man,
think
yeah,
it's-
there's so many memes of that already. Like
Yeah, Pikachu.
really-
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
the
then, yeah, no.
Peekaboo, was actually an action,
Peekaboo.
not an act, a sculpted Pikachu from a couple of years back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think I forgot who it was. Let me bring up the image and I'll look for the name of the person.
Yeah.
But this was actually like something from 2 years ago. I found the image.
Yeah, it's
The Peekapool image that Ryan Reynolds was sharing online
yeah.
is a 7-inch figure from a couple
Ooh.
years back, and now is the most fitting thing ever. But
yeah, exactly.
like, I want to go to chat real quick, and someone was saying like lacks Asian. I highly am against that idea because one, they have Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe.
What Nabe?
Watanabe.
Two, we haven't seen the
Watanabe.
entire Rhyme City. You know, like we see a lot of background characters, and I think the beauty of the Pokemon world is not everyone is, you know, like Asian, like you would expect a different anime to be. Like it's
Yeah.
the point of Pokemon is inclusivity, you know. So you'll probably see like different races and types of people in the background and in the foreground. So like, let's not knock it and make it about race.
Yeah.
For a second, let's make it about how surprisingly amazing these Pokemon look.
Okay.
I'm sold on the Pokemon. Yeah, how they look so far.
Thank you.
Nice.
See, we sorry, real quick, we have someone who looks of South Asian descent they just showed up on camera talking to Pikachu. But going back, yes, I am with Martin. I think I've made my stance perfectly clear that the Pokemon are surprisingly great. Because again, I had the lowest. I had zero expectations for how good these Pokemon would look. I thought it'd be like the Japanese one where he just looked
Yeah.
like he got lifted from the DS versions of the game, or just a random 3D model. But these look, there's the shadows and the textures, guys. The textures.
yeah.
You know that shockwave of like in the middle of the forest. I think like people on YouTube are like speculating that's like Psyduck releasing all his psychic energy from getting too many.
Probably
That's-
Golduck. Probably Golduck. Okay.
But
It can't be
then-
just
but
Psyduck. That's
Uh.
unfair. I mean, like Psyduck is not as strong as Golduck. Let's be honest here, guys.
But he's
Uh,
cuter.
He is
Yeah,
cute.
and
He
like
is
Charizard looking scaly and
Sigh.
reptilian. Like, it's just.
Sigh.
I went from zero expectations to this better be the movie I've
Yeah.
always wanted.
I actually forgot about the. I
Yeah,
actually
it's
forgot they
like-
were making this.
The one we didn't need, but the one we were gonna.
The one we
Look out.
deserve.
The one we never wanted, but we never thought we needed.
So Martin, like, I want to get more of your thoughts on this because I'm giving so many of mine. Like, aside from the Pokemon, like, what are your thoughts on trailer number 1?
It's not bad.
Oh, you're
you
muted
got
again.
cut again.
No.
No.
Curse.
There's already
Curse.
this thing with
Oh,
There
there
we go.
Okay.
Hollywood made movie like Hollywood movies that are based on like Japanese properties. That's
Yeah.
always bad. Like, so for this to be like Hollywood made and then look pretty decent is promising. I still expect it to be like okay at the most, but it might be bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be trying too hard. But I'm at least sold on how the Pokemon look.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
not
man.
nightmare fuel.
Your thoughts on Ryan Reynolds being the voice of Pikachu?
It needed a Ryan Reynolds to carry this.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
Agreed.
Ken
I mean-
Watanabe cannot do it by himself.
I feel like we'll be annoyed with Justice Smith by the end, but I'm hoping with all the points that we don't like, that they're all either overshadowed or we're proven wrong, because like we said, like they could have gone the whole super serious route with this, but I
Yeah.
think the tone they're taking is actually
Pretty
the
light.
right tone for now. You know, a lot of the audience that grew up with this has grown up, like they're around our age, and I think this is the perfect time to bring this type of humor into the Pokemon universe, because if we always go the super serious route, then we're not gonna get anywhere with Pokemon. We've been disappointed by the anime for too long.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid
Wow.
that never ages a day. Well, a year at most. He had a birthday, I think, in one season.
Yeah, but it's so weird. He never found that one person that he might love
Oh,
and have another and have a little Ash,
He's-
Ash
he
Junior.
was like traveling with Misty for how many seasons, and he never
And
did anything.
He never really sealed the deal.
Yeah. Iron Hammer in the chat said it's fitting that Pikachu is our follow GIF in the bottom screen whenever someone follows us. Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Oh,
Iron
Iron
Hammer
Hammer's
also,
stream also goes.
yeah, he also mentioned that he's reminded of Roger Rabbit. I think because we mentioned like
Yeah.
the whole being lifted from the
Yeah.
animation, and he mentioned if we've brought up Monster Hunter, which we haven't yet.
No.
I think we need
No.
more time
Yeah.
we need more footage, because I don't want to
We need
judge
more
Monster
footage.
Hunter, even
'Cause
though
we
I've
can't
already
just-
judged it.
We can't just use Mila Jovovich's Instagram just to show you guys what snippets she had when she was
Yeah.
filming it. So
Oh, that's a whole nother thing.
not enough.
Mila Jovovich's snippets are a whole nother thing.
It's a whole nother thing, yeah. But it's not enough. It's not enough, sir.
Yeah, but
Remember
like I think while Martin's away, I just want to emphasize how surprised and pleasantly surprised I was by this.
Same.
And I think the fact that the Pokemon look amazing are what carried my emotions through all of this,
Mhm.
and still continue to. I'm just watching it in loop, and
Yeah.
I want to
I
see
am-
Mew. I see Mew.
I am just praying that the Greninja that we just saw slash the screen, I hope that he's voiced by Gaku Space.
Oh, dude, Eugene
Just slap it. That's so cool.
Like
For
imagine
me,
if
like,
yeah, go DZ.
oh no, okay. If ever they release a second trailer, if they want to blow everyone's minds, this is what they have to do. All they have to do is start the scene. It's all dark. It's like just and it fades into the city, okay? And it's like like Gothamish, like dark and gritty. Let's make it dark and gritty for a while, okay? Just set that mindset, and then you have someone saying, "To protect the world from devastation," and then they just the whole monologue, the whole thing, but it's said in a less
protect the
cartoony way,
world
but in a serious way.
From
Yeah.
devastation. And
And
then
then
there's
it's
like snippets of like blowing up stuff blowing
Yes.
up in the
Yes.
city. Like it's like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Exactly.
Or
Everything.
or
You
they
write
could
all
save
people.
that. They could say that for
Uh-huh.
the main trailer and end the next trailer with the silhouettes. Like the light just
Ooh.
flashes down on them, like how it
It's like-
starts.
it's like- Jesse, James.
Ah.
And
Oh,
then
man,
Team Rocket
Diego.
seems to be like, what
James
else?
Spader voice.
Meowth, that's right, and it ends there. And then just to cut back to the nice lightheartedness. You see Pikachu looking at Justin Smith like, I don't know what quippy thing he could say like what was that? Like what he's like they're dumbfounded at what the hell they just saw. And that's their encounter with
Yeah.
Team Rocket.
Team
Yeah, I mean,
Rocket.
they don't even have to be there for the whole movie. Like, give
Yeah.
it to us in like a short cameo as like pandering. Because I know if they're basing this off of the actual Detective Pikachu game, and the Japanese, I think the movie was like they weren't involved in it, but man, like that'd be a showstopper. Just a random dude or Ram,
Yeah.
I guess I could call him, in the chat was
Yeah.
saying, I hope we get to see Jinx in the movie. Mr. Mime is creepy. What more Jinx? I think Jinx
Yeah.
should be voiced by Nicki Minaj.
I think that they should just put Nicki Minaj there in a bodysuit.
Let's go to the bite, but
Oh, I think they should just do that instead. That would be a lot better. 'Cause
Oh
they
man.
do look alike.
Martin,
oh, no.
I'm glad you're back. Let's I guess the. Oh no, we got DC'd from Twitch. We got
Did
DC'd
he,
from Twitch.
you did. We did.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Martin, you missed out the second trailer pitch for this game, for this movie. Wait, are you there? No, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Yeah, Martin, you're muted again.
Yeah, you're muted, brother. We can't hear you.
No! Twitch?
No, everything's
Discord?
failing.
Hello, hello.
There we go.
There,
we
okay,
go.
we got Martin back. We got
Alright.
Martin back. Yeah, we're disconnected, but the recording is still going. Let's keep going. Because the internet is fine because I'm still chatting with them. It's actual Twitch servers, I guess. It's the issue. Oh, okay, we're back now. Okay, so Martin. Oh, okay, Martin took his earphones off again.
Final thoughts, guys. Final thoughts.
Okay, let's start with Diego, man. Final thoughts on Detective Pikachu before we finish up the show with Ash. Not Ketchum, but you know.
Yeah, this is not the one we needed, but it's the one we deserve. As long as they come out with that trailer from Team Rocket, if ever they do, they just have to monologue the entire motto, and I'll be fine. And then the movie will become it. That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do. Is Team Rocket. Just have the, to protect the world, blah 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 blah. The motto.
Yeah. All right, Mick.
They had me at Pikachu being voiced by Ryan Reynolds. I didn't even know this game was gonna. I didn't even know that this movie was being made. Like I actually legit forgot about it, and now just to see it, I'm like, wow, they did a good job. It looks so good. It looks good. See, this is the thing when you don't expect games, or when you don't expect a lot from movie makers or game developers, you start enjoying things, guys. Just want to point that out. Okay. What about our special guest, Martin?
Final. Yes.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Oh yeah, you cut
I
out
have to-
again.
How will they handle the story? Because the animation looks decent. It's Ryan Reynolds, so we know he's gonna handle it well. So it's really just the story. Because even though you have Ryan Reynolds, you can still end up with a Green Lantern. So we'll just have to wait to see how they do this.
Yeah.
Because it's still a Hollywood film, and we're very familiar with how Hollywood films work story-wise.
Yeah.
That's true. It can always go wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. I just want this now. Like, it can't get to us soon
more
enough.
footage.
Yeah, it can't get to us soon enough. Okay, let's move on, guys. I've giddied and I've bandied about Detective Pikachu and my surprise already enough. Let's talk about something we also didn't see coming, but again seems to be awesome. Ash is now live in Overwatch. She's now playable. She's now in the live game. You don't need the PTR anymore. She is there. So guys, Ash is live.
Oh wait. Sorry. Check your Discord chat, Harold.
Okay, sure. Let me open it up real quick. DZ, have you gotten the chance to talk about to play Ash?
To play Ash, no, I have not yet been able to because I think I still have to do the whole reinstall thing. I haven't done any of that yet.
Oh man. Okay, and then lastly, aside from Ash, in the coming weeks, Overwatch is gonna get a bigger patch that will need a virtual reinstall of Overwatch. That will require that will be a virtual reinstall of Overwatch. So keep your eyes out on that, and to prevent being surprised, warn your ISPs, I guess. That's about it. That's about it. We're gonna wrap things up because we gotta go. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me lower the music. Lower the music. We gotta go. There we go. All right. Thank you to Martin I know you gotta go specifically. Oh
Yeah,
why is
thanks,
that-
guys. Oh, sorry, I got it.
No, man. We're gonna have you back on the show in the very near future, and we'll get more of your thoughts. We know we went on for too much about this. Martin, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on a show like GameByte?
You can find me on. I guess you can find our page on Facebook at Will Work for Games. That's with the 4, the number 4. I mean, and then you can also find us on Twitter. That's Will Work for Games _ and I guess that those are the main places you can find our content, and our website, of course, willworkforgames.net.
Excellent. All right, guys,
Nice.
check him out. Martin is one of the hardest working people in the local scene and internationally. Yeah, this guy works his butt off. So give him games and he'll work for you. We'll work number 4 games. Let's wrap things up, guys. I want to thank everyone of our most recent followers: Charles, Daryl, J Mathers 18, Bun Ninja, Vigilance 1145. Congratulations on your ticket win. Arch Daniel, and a Banana Boat, Raymer _Overwatch, MNJ __. Also, congratulations on your ticket win. If you're watching right now, don't forget to reply to us. We've PM'd you. Hello, it's Luke 25 and Pete Ian 64. Thank you to all our subscribers: Miku P, Human Panda, of course, Human Panda, rocking it with a total of 11 subscribes, 11 subscriptions. Yes, 6 gifted, 11 total. We gotta make him an emote, guys. We gotta make him an emote. Sensei Humor, Francishu, Insadizi, Gay Bruges, The Fury Bot, Salanchan, So _ sick, and of course, Elder Jin. Speaking of Elder Jin, he's been way blown by Nerf Deal with the 1700 bits. Cheered for us. Elder Jin, of course, tied with Nope _plays at second with 1500. Elgin is falling behind, ladies and gentlemen. If not now, Gwen with 700. Mercy with 600. Tita Gamings with 150. Instadeezy with 117. Hweh! _ with 102. The guys over at GameOko climbing into the top 10. Now at number 9 with 100. And of course, Wisa is at 30, who bumped off Denunci, who also cheered us on earlier. Wisa and Denunci is going to be, I think, the new Elderjin Nerf Diva.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited to see that
Yeah.
race. Mick, man, where can the folks find you when you're not on GameByte?
You can find me on Twitter. That is at the FuryBot. You can also find me on Instagram. That is at the FuryBot. Same username. And of course, you can always find me here at the game, at GameByte every 9:30 p.m. Wednesday nights, Philippine time. That's I think 4 or 5:30 California time. Yeah, only here on the Quit Stolen Media Network.
Yeah.
Media Network. What about you, Diego? We're gonna find folks at home. Find you when you're not on GameByte.
When I'm not on GameByte, you guys can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ I was gonna say quit stalling.
Well, that too.
Twitch.tv/
That's convenient.
Yeah. Twitch.tv/ Instadeezy, INSTADEEZEE. Also the other socials, that's at Instadeezy, Twitter and on Instagram. If you guys want a video done, you guys can check out my website, www.diegoz.com. How about you, Harold? Where can the fine folks at home find you?
You guys can find me at Harold Plays on Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/ Harold Plays. I'm also on the Quitslong Geekcast, sometimes on Tuesdays, sometimes on Thursdays. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll let you know. But of course, you can find that, and of course, our podcast GameByte, which is every Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. You can find all of these on the Apple Podcasts app, on Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and on Spotify. Yes, we are on Spotify. Search for us. Listen to us on your commutes home, to work, to the bathroom, at the gym. Just listen to us. Listen to all this good stuff in your ears. All right. So yeah, just leave us a 5-star review wherever you can, because it really matters. People will find us that way. Please leave us a 5-star review, or however many stars you think we deserve, and leave a nice comment like host too loud, yeah, all that good stuff. Guest too attractive. Like we'll figure it out. We'll get
attractive.
We'll
get uglier guests. And then just follow us on Twitter. Thank you, Denenzi.
Nice. Thank you.
And Jay's in the chat. Jay, one of my co-hosts on the Quit Song Geekcast. Hey, Jay. But yeah, guys, we gotta go. We're gonna book it. We'll see you guys next week. Same but time. Oh wait, Will we have a show next week? Because we got to practice, I think.
We'll see.
Let's
We'll
see.
figure it out. Yeah, and I know Elder Jin's got to be on a show. I think he's going to be on the 28th. We'll figure it out. We'll message you guys. We'll post about it. We'll see you then. We'll probably raid someone during the after show, so stay tuned. Till then, guys, get off your butts and quit stalling. Bye, everybody.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Peace
Martin.
out.
Thanks,
Martin.
Yeah.
Woo.
Lodi.
So
You
gonna
can
have
come in.